This is the new Mazda RX-3.
So this is the 1972 Mazda Savanna GT. It's one of the latest Fazer Mk2s from Kyosho, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Now it's saying we've got a wheelbase of 260 and a width of 200 millimeters with this body. And kind of cool, it says about the original. Equipped with a two-rotor rotary engine producing 120 horsepower, the Mazda Savanna GT was one of the fastest Japanese-made cars of the 70s. Beautiful flowing lines with sharp over fender and air spoiler combined to create its unique and formidable style. And I would say that it is. Ultra scale body, it is officially licensed through Mazda. Awesome. Okay. We've got some alternate wheel hexes. These are for our 190 millimeter width, and then some basic tools. Synchro transmitter, pretty dang nice transmitter, honestly. No AA's are included, and then a battery is also required for the car. And the last thing in the bag is going to be the manual. So first impressions, the car looks awesome. This is a Lexan body with a lot of different hard plastic pieces. These bigger fenders are hard plastic, these mirrors are. We've got this big front lip down here, as is the bumper, and then this grille. These are actual light lenses, so you can get the LED kit and add it optionally. It doesn't come with LEDs. And there's more light lenses underneath, and then some officially branded decals. The thing looks gorgeous. These side blinkers, that's just a decal. Our door handles and the key lock is a decal. We have more decals going around all the windows, as well as this silver trim. And you can see through the windows, but it does give it a bit of a tint. There are hard plastic windshield wipers. Another big decal going over that windshield, and then another one for the back window, and then these kind of sunshade decals. I'm not sure what these are meant to be, but there's one on each side. The rear spoiler also is a hard plastic piece that's bolted on from the inside. And then look at that taillight section. That is just gorgeous. Officially licensed decals, our brake lights and backup lights, real lenses again in this hard plastic housing. You can add LEDs back here too. These turn signals down here, those are just decals, but this chrome bumper is another hard plastic piece. The same with a license plate holder. Now, admittingly, I don't know anything about the real RX3 from the 70s, but when you Google it, the cars at that time did not have this extra sporty detail to it. Although I believe there was a GT version, which this vehicle has. So that's going to give you the wider wheel wells, the spoiler in the back, and then this big front lip. And it certainly looks every bit as sporty as the GT versions on Google. Now, one thing that's interesting, if you look at the GT versions on Google, the real ones, the wheels are going to be a little bit different. It looks like it's like a silver chrome outer ring with a gold inside. And I actually found some wheels that are kind of like that, and we'll try those here in a little bit. Now, these are officially licensed Watanabe wheels, if I've got that right. They're 8-spoke, and these are the same wheels that came on the 240Z rally car. These are also vintage tires that come glued onto those wheels. Now, 4 body clips pop off our body. We've got our light lenses in the front. Our mirrors are attached with body clips and then little O-rings to give them a little bit of flex. The same with our wheel wells here. Our windshield wipers are attached with 2 more screws. And then in the back, the spoiler is also attached with 2 screws. And then we have the whole rear taillight section. Now the chassis, it's a Fazer. It's the FZ02, so it's going to be the shorter wheelbase chassis. It's got a tub layout. It's 4-wheel drive with a plastic center shaft going down there. It's got 2 gearboxes in the front and in the rear with gear differentials inside. It's a double wishbone independent suspension, plastic drive shafts all the way around, oil-filled shocks. They're pretty dang smooth. Now our battery box will accommodate all sorts of different sizes. You'll need a T-style connector, and then we've got our brushed motor over here. It's a 14-turn Kyosho motor, and then our 60-amp ESC. That is 2-cell LiPo compatible. It'll work with a NIM too, but you'll have to move the little jumper there into NIM mode. Here's our synchro receiver, and then underneath this shroud is going to be our servo. It's kind of hard to see down there. Now for different wheels, these are the MST drift wheels that's got some gold spoke. They look just a little bit more realistic to the original GT style. And these are drift wheels. And we're gonna try to mount these rubber tires. These are treaded rubber tires from also MST, the AD Realistic. And I've never put a rubber tire on a drift wheel before. I imagine it's gonna work, but we're just gonna have to try it. Do we need that? I don't think we need this. These wheels have an adjustable offset, so they're notched here depending on how deep you want this hub to go. And then once you figure out your offset you want, you just super glue it in there. So that's on the widest offset. So this is what we're gonna go with, the least amount of offset possible. So the tires are a little too mushy, so to remedy that, we are gonna use this foam strip on the wheel. And here it is all glued up. Those wheels do look really nice on there, though a few notes. The original tires wouldn't have been low profile like that, so it's not quite accurate. There are some VTA vintage style tires available, but they're all pre-mounts. Another thing is these wheels, I don't think they're gonna hold up to the grip on the road, so we're gonna go drive this with the original tires back on, but just for the show factor and having it sit on the shelf, this is how she will sit. It is gorgeous. So let's throw the original tires back on there and we'll go do a speed run. So we got the original tires back on there and we're gonna do a speed run on 2S. $25. Puppy's got a lot of steering. It's got a little bit of oversteer and it wants to slide around. So let's test it. Yeah. Got a lot of steering, a bit of a handful to keep it from spinning out, but it was cool to watch the car kind of bounce around on the track. That was a pretty mellow slide, but the roof did get some scrapes on it, and then our decal for our side window, the chrome there, got a little messed up. Oh, there's one other thing. Our fender here popped out. On the back side, the securing little grommet is gone. This car is not a proper drift car, but with drift wheels, we can get it sideways. So let's see what that looks like. So It gets sideways, but it's not very ideal. After having driven real proper drift cars, this thing is really tough to drive. So unless you've got a nice big open space, I'm not sure how effective that really is. Other than drifting, the Fazer is such a good car. It's such a great, proven, reliable platform that it's hard to say anything bad about it. And then adding on this awesome Mazda RX-3 body really just enhances the car so much more. It's such a beautiful car for collectors. Could be a great beginner first car. Overall, it's just an amazing car for what you get for what it costs, which is like $249. So guys, go check out the RX3 Fazer Mk2 by following our links down below. And if you want more RC videos, check these out.